It's the Gear Tester here, and in this video I want to discuss what I think are the two best pocket pistols in existence. These are the two best pocket pistols I believe that exist. And that is the Glock 43 and the Smith and Wesson model 442. If you have a Ruger LCP or other similar snubby revolver, I think that fits in the same category as the 442, 642, or others. Lightweight, compact, easily pocketed snub-nosed revolvers. I've owned both these guns for over 2 years. I've owned this one for 3 years and this one close to 2.5 years. And they are excellent guns. And so I have some of the accoutrements that I've used over the last couple years with these. They both carry easily in your pocket. I've carried them both, not at the same time obviously, but both over those 2.5, 3 years that I've owned them. I've carried them in my front hand pocket, my front right hand pocket, so they're easy to access and get out. And you can do that in a way that is not tactical, that you're not throwing your shirt back, you're not lifting your shirt up. This man sticking his hand into his pocket, he can just be getting his cell phone, getting change, or literally just sticking his hand in his pocket for comfort. And so it's less threatening getting your hand into a pocket. Right now, people are very worried about unrest, societal breakdown, and they're wanting to be prepared and able to defend themselves and their families. And I think most people are kind of wanting to go towards the tactical route, something more like this Glock 19 with a light on it, with some big outside the waistband or thigh rig holster. They're wanting like go to war equipment. And I think that that's actually a poor decision. I think you're going to be better served by inside the waistband concealed weapons. And the pocket pistols are the easiest way to do that and the most comfortable way to do that, and I think you'll find that you're going to be more likely to be able to use these guns, carry these guns, and have nobody know that you have them. There's kind of two ways to approach trying to protect yourself physically, and that's either be a porcupine or be a skunk. You've got your plate rack on, you've got a chest rig, you've got mags, rifles. It's very visible. That's being the porcupine. Or you could be the skunk, somebody that blends in, the gray man that doesn't seem too dangerous, but has the skill set and the capabilities to be dangerous if somebody decides to deal with them. I think if you're running around with an open carry with a rifle, obviously if you don't have a concealed carry permit, you're going to need to be careful there and try to be as law-abiding as you can. But people that are going to run around and be visibly armed, you're going to attract attention, either from people that want to take your equipment or from people that want you to save them from other people. And in either case, I think it would be better to fly under the radar and go skunk mode, go gray man mode, and avoid detection. And so I think that going with a pocket pistol is really maybe the simplest way of doing that. I've got two different kinds of pocket holsters here. This is a little DeSantis pocket holster. I think it's about $25, maybe a little bit less than that. And the Glock slides into it very easily, and it's a great little system. One thing I wish that people would do here, and I don't know of any company that's doing it, is I wish that this part of the holster came all the way up over my rear sight. My rear sight, after years of wearing it in the pocket, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, depending on how often you wear a single pair of pants, this starts to rub through the pants, and I don't like that. I wish that came up. There are other holsters that Galco and DeSantis make that do that. I don't know why they don't do that for the Glock 43. This is the, I believe, the 8B model, but make sure that they may have some other delineation now, but that carries comfortably all day long in your pocket. You will have to select your pants a little more carefully that have more expansive pockets wherever you tend to carry these, whether that's a cargo pocket. I really think you need to carry it in your primary hand's front pocket, so either left or right hand pocket. Here we have the Smith and Wesson model 442, and what I like about this gun, even though it is lower in capacity, we've only got 5 rounds, we got 6 rounds, and it's much easier to reload with the little Glock 43. This is a simpler gun. Okay, you load a revolver up, you close the cylinder, and you don't have to mess with it again. And it's got this long double action trigger pull as its safety, so one might even just throw this in your pocket without a pocket holster. I wouldn't suggest that you do that, but you could do that if you had to. And because it may be hard to be getting pocket holsters, but you really should have it in a good quality pocket holster. This is a Galco pocket holster, and it works well. It's a little bit larger. It's I think a better overall pocket holster than the DeSantis, but it is about $50, $60, and so it's about twice, maybe a little more than twice as expensive as the DeSantis. You can get the DeSantis as well for the 442. You can't get the steer-hide Galco holster currently for the Glock 43. So I think there are, in terms of shootability and ability to reload faster and to manipulate the gun and have better sights on it, the Glock 43 is the better option. So when it comes to reloading, shooting faster, being more accurate, and having better sights, the Glock 43 wins all day long, as well as other small, compact, pocket-sized pistols like the Carpium 9 and other firearms. However, in terms of simplicity, the J-frame snubby or snub-nosed revolver really is five-shot revolver really is the simpler of the two options. If you've got one of these two firearms, go out and get yourself a pocket holster or make one if you can. I think that the snub nose is a simpler option. It's harder to shoot because you've got to stage the long double action trigger, but it is simpler and it is more organic in terms of its flow. So whether you're carrying in a pocket or an ankle holster, and I have ankle holsters for both these guns, another deeper concealment option there. I've got ankle holsters for both these guns. In either case, you can conceal this very easily, and if you're going to carry them on your ankle, I would encourage you to use that only as a backup position, not as a primary position. You don't want to have to bend over in front of somebody and kneel down and get to your ankle. So pocket carry really is the way to go with these little guns if it's going to be your primary go-to weapon. But you're going to be able to conceal these easily, move easily around people. If you have loved ones that you care about deeply and are wanting to visit or take food to or check up on physically and they don't like guns, you can have these in your pocket. You can give them a hug, you can interact with them, and they're not going to know unless they specifically pat you down that you've got these in your pocket. So there you go. I think that the Glock 43 is the ultimate pocket pistol, but I want to give the shout out to the 442, the 642, other lightweight Ruger LC, other lightweight compact little snub-nosed revolvers, because I really think pocket carry is a great option to be using across the board all the time, but particularly right now, it allows for greater concealment and ease of movement around people. I want to give a little honorable mention to the Ruger LCR. It's an excellent little revolver. This one happens to be chambered in .22 long rifle, and I bought this about 2 years ago as an experiment. I wanted to see if loved ones that I cared deeply about, but were not super interested in firearms and weren't super interested in training and were very recoil sensitive, if they could shoot this gun effectively, and that has been proven. They are able to manipulate and load and shoot this gun effectively. And although I don't think they're probably going to end up reloading this gun under stress, I think most people are not going to be able to reload a J-frame little snubby revolver under stress. That's why I really prefer the Glock 43 overall, or Carpium 9 or other similar very compact pocketable 9mm, because you can reload them so much faster. This could kind of be used as a single-use weapon where you fire it and you stick it in your belt and you run away.
Stop!
I think it would be excellent for women or for people that are very recoil sensitive. It does have a very long double action trigger pull that you need to be aware of, and that's particularly present in the rim fires, as this is a .22 rim fire. The center fires are a little more comfortable to shoot, or they have got a little less stiff trigger. I actually find that the Ruger LCR in centerfire cartridges is actually more comfortable to shoot, and I like this little the little trough sight with that little front sight that's got the white on it. I think that's really a major upgrade than the standard Smith and Wessons that just come with the trough and the front sight that's whatever the color of the gun is. It just kind of disappears in there, whereas the Ruger's really stands out very nicely, and I think that that's another way the Ruger excels. But these guns, because of the grip, the Ruger LCRs are actually much more comfortable for me. I don't feel like the gun is beating me up when I shoot the centerfire versions of the Ruger LCR. These Smith and Wessons, the 642, the 442, these air weights with no hammer, they beat my hand up. That little edge cuts into my hand often and actually has made me bleed. You can see a scab right there. My hand is healing from that. So I have modified this grip. This is actually a longer grip. I cut it down because it got my hand away from that, right? So, you know, honorable mention to the Ruger LCR. I think it's a great gun, and you could definitely say everything I've said about the 442, about the Ruger LCR and centerfire cartridges, and it would be even better because I think it has a better overall grip. It is a little chunkier and is a little bit harder because this is a little more tacky to get in and out of your pocket. The grip on the Ruger is, but from a shooting standpoint, I find that the Ruger LCRs are much more comfortable than the Smith and Wessons. I really like my Glock 43 as well as my Smith and Wesson Model 442. I think they are two of the finest pocket pistols ever manufactured. As I was looking through my pictures of these firearms, I came across this picture. This is a picture of my Glock 43 and Smith & Wesson Model 442 on a nightstand at one of my friend's house. And this picture is from 2 years ago. I've got my Surefire Tactician there beside them, and it just displays the fact that I've been carrying and using these guns for a number of years now, and that they have done good service, and I've had them on me. I really like pocket carry. I think it's a very useful way of having a firearm on you. You can make it work. It's comfortable. It's efficient. It enables deep carry that is still rapid and easily accessible. The number one rule of concealed carry is to have your gun on you. Pocket carry will increase your chances of having a gun on your person. It's comfortable, it's efficient, and your firearm is easily deployed. I hope you found this video helpful, interesting, or useful. Please feel free to leave a comment or question down below. My goal here at the TheGearTester YouTube channel is to produce quality video reviews on the topics of shooting, camping, and survival gear. This is the TheGearTester signing off.